Alone. Trapped in the void between worlds. Slowly, very slowly, feckin' thrustering all the way back to BO. No ship. No home. No hope. Is it possible to even get anywhere on our oxygen tank? How did we get here? Why do the features do this to us? Is it my destiny to float here forever? Hello everyone, my name's BRU KREW and you can call me Brew. Welcome back to another Star Citizen video. Today, it's more of a technical one. We're going to explore the power triangle of your ship and how if you haven't been using it, well, you have not been getting the absolute utmost potential out of your flying spaceship vessel. And today we're doing it in the ship that I didn't even know I had in my hangar anymore, but it's here. It must be on loan for something. And even just stepping back into it already makes me want to repurchase it. It's the power triangle, and we're exploring it in the Origin 325A light fighter. And damn is it gorgeous. Let's get to it. Okay, so as always, we need to just appreciate the prettiness of the ship. What am I doing? Why am I sitting Why am I sitting in the chair like this? Absolutely amazing. The cockpit is ridiculous. It just looks like such like a sleek racer. You've got the blue lighting stripes down here. First person and close the door, of course. Yeah, 325A. Less than $1 million in game, but 900,000. Airline doors. Bloody hell. Big panoramic roof. Sunroof at the top. Look at that. Amazing. There's our bed. And you know what's really cool about this is you can customize the interior if you do buy it with your own cash. So you can put like different bits and pieces and change the trim. You can get a nice mahogany trim on the console there. You can get a coffee maker, things like that. We could open up a little area for our water and probably put the water in there. Yeah, no other storage from what I can see. I don't know if that opens or not. No. But it just looks nice in here. You can put boxes in here for box delivery. You can even put a few boxes in for jump town. It doesn't have a ramp. It's a ladder, I believe. So that's the only thing that it's perhaps not as good as the Titan, Avenger, and other small ships like this. But yes, 900 or so thousand, $1 million AUEC, around $80+ if you are into buying ships with real money. Yeah, it's a pretty ship. It's a very pretty ship. So, power triangles. But we're going to talk about the importance of the power triangle, the short keys that you can use, and how remapping those keys might be beneficial if you are a keyboard and mouse player and you have a gaming mouse that has multiple programmable buttons. But let's take this beaut of a ship out into a fight of some description. And that will be a perfect place for us to talk about... How you going? How's it going, everybody? That'll be the perfect place for us to talk about the power triangle and give you some top tips about why you should use it every single fight you get into. Alright, let's do it. So just as we're traveling to this target, just talking a little bit about this ship, Firebird, one of the BRU KREW was talking to me this evening about would I choose the 325A, the Gladius, or the Titan. And I was leaning towards the 325A, and I probably still am, because it's a beautiful ship. You know, the one thing that I don't like about it is the quantum drive range that comes stock. That I travel about the system a lot. And there's the Crusader to Stanton jump, and I can't make it, so you need to stop off at the asteroid belts. And I have no patience for that, so something to consider. But anyway, let's jump into this belt and talk about the power triangle. So the power triangle. As I said, you've got three areas that you can divide your power either equally or focus on specifically, and that is weapons, shields, and engines. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pick a fight here now. I've done a medium risk target just so that we're not going to be too overwhelmed. And we're going to keep everything even. And what I want you to focus on is a couple of things. So on the shields here, I want you to focus on how quickly they recharge, and I'll be calling that out when we get hit. On the laser cannons, this fixed size 3s, how quickly their clips reload. We're not going to use the Revenant because it is not affected necessarily by the power triangle as far as I'm aware. And then when we use our boost, how quickly our boost recharges with an even spread. We're going to go into this fight with an even spread. And I might bring up some timers and things as well. Hello everyone, this is Future Brew interrupting Past Brew because he's a bloody idiot and has just pontificated to you about keeping an eye on a few things on his ship. So the shields, the boost, and the weapon. However, I would also like you to keep an eye on Brew's hydrogen fuel, the one damn thing he does not keep an eye on. And I am not associated with Past Brew, I'm Future Brew. I have learned a lot from that idiot's mistakes. Enjoy the rest of the video, and, well, you'll see what happens. See you later. So off we go. Let's go full speed into the belt. The 325A is a ridiculously fast ship at speeding up and slowing down. So it has a great advantage. Its maneuverability is good. Oh, I got this pretty cool cockpit camera. But we'll take that off for now and go back out into the ship. It is so maneuverable. It rolls perfectly. Minimal overroll. Minimal. It's so nice. Such a nice feeling. It pitches quite nice as well. Yaws a little bit slow initially. Yes, so it's a nice ship. And we've got a targeting bug, of course. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here just to pick a fight so you can take a look at a couple of things. So what we're going to focus on first of all is on the right hand corner and our weapons. Okay, so let's go and target somebody. Unless they've all bugged out. Nope, this person's still here. And they are... I'm using lag pips, by the way. I'm using them for the next few weeks. It's an Eclipse. Okay. So let's just whip round and engage it around 1,000. I'm not too used to these cannons, though. And then what we want to see is how quickly they reload. So I'm just sort of putting fire in.
Shields under attack.
Now look at the right hand side. Not too bad, not too bad. Took a second or two, we had to be patient. So let's keep on fighting this Eclipse. And not let them smack into us. Look at our boosters going down as I'm fighting as well. Just watch how quickly that's going to reload, respawn, regenerate, whatever you want to call it. Look at our shields. We haven't been hit for 5 seconds. How quickly they respawn. Not too bad. Reload. So it's generally okay. Generally okay. But our boost is not respawning very quick. Our shields are 23. Wow, this MRT is actually pretty tricky when you think about it for new bounty hunters that aren't in a big ship. So I'm just giving you a feel for how things recharge when we don't do anything with the power triangle. And I'm having problems now with my boost. I need my boost to maneuver away from all these targets. Now the weapons, the cannons are recharging pretty nicely. I'm not being able to have a big look at them because I'm just trying to stay alive in the fight. But yeah, this is just to give you a feel for how things recharge. When we aren't using the power triangle. When we're sticking with those defaults. Okay, let's try and take the target out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Now, we might have power issues with our weapons because if we've been hit with distortion guns, potentially. So what I'm going to do is just hit P on my keyboard to turn them off and P to turn them back on again. And there we go, now they reload. So if that happens, or, you know, if there's an issue with them, just try that out. Okay, so let's get back into fighting. And the ship that we were fighting, is it gone now? Not too sure. Who's that? That's another Eclipse. I think it's a different Eclipse. Again, our boost is not doing too well with this even power triangle spread. Again, this is just a little bit of a conversation that we're having in an active fighting situation. The Eclipse is hard to hit when it comes at you nose on like that, because it's got a very, very thin profile to target. But if you can get it in a turn, it's a very large targetable profile like that, and it's a lot easier to hit it. Okay, so let's try and get into that turn. Put a few shots in. Blow off its wing. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. I'm potentially not using the Gatling, so we can practice the reload. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi for that gun to come up. The gun might be damaged because it's not reloading all the way up. But just see, you saw how long it took, like 4 or 5 Mississippis, 4 or 5 seconds for that to recharge. And what's that? That's an Avenger, one of the ships I was talking about a minute ago. Is it? No, it's an Eclipse, sorry. I thought there was an Avenger around here. We've also used up quite a bit of hydrogen fuel already, so that's interesting. So again, I'm just keeping an eye on things, just seeing how things are reloading. Our boost, you know, if we really start getting into the turns, it's one of the big things I think is getting affected. My weapons, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 seconds, 6 or 7 seconds to get a full charge, and then I can burst fire again. Because if you don't let them recharge fully, you've just less ammunition to use. Our shields, 44%. They seem, when we get the 5-second clearance, so you can't get hit for 5 seconds, they seem to recharge quite nicely. The boost is slow to recharge, just coming up on the left there. Okay. Our target does have the targeting glitch, and it is... what is it? It is a cutlass. So we'll see what we can do to take them out. And this is, again, you're going to come across this, so I don't like to sugarcoat it. This is the reality of the game at the minute. So in this experiment, we'll see how using a default power triangle works. And we're waiting for those weapons. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. We're having issues with our weapons. They're not reloading properly, so I just shot a round off there to get them to reload a bit more. Again, they could be damaged, or we could have been hit by some of those distortion weapons on the cutlass. Now, probably was a hit there, right on our nose. Looks like we have another ship possibly that's has the targeting lock issue where we can't target them. Yeah, there's something flying around there. Do you see those engine trails? Maybe a Gladius. And, you know, you could be a while trying to take this thing out. Our boost, as you can see, isn't recharging very quickly. Our weapons are being slow. And without a sort of targeting reticule, it's very difficult. For better pilots than me, absolutely, you could probably do this no problem. But I'm a new pilot. I'm giving you the noob experience. So I'm opening up with the ballistics just to get this guy killed so we can move on and have a look to see what we can do when we do start using the power triangle. How much efficiency we can get in terms of kill times and in terms of getting those different resources recharged much quicker. Come on. Come on.
Ballistics depleting rapidly.
Yeah, I'm not too good with ballistics unless they're nice big chunky Redeemer ballistics. Then I love them. Now, we nearly have this. Now I'm just waiting for shield or weapons to recharge. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Shouldn't be fighting it nose on like this. I should be trying to outmaneuver, but we'll just see. We're getting hits. We're getting hits. Our shields are down. So our shields are down. Let's see how quickly they recharge. We're not doing any power triangle management. Not too bad, but that's still a long time. We're on 30% decoys. I remember there's 2 ships flying around out here. I think there's a Gladius flying around us. Boost is taking a while to recharge. Our weapons are back up to full. So, for whatever reason they were misbehaving, we've got them back again. Look at how slow that boost is recharging on the left-hand side, okay? It's just to show you. Alright, it's just to show you. And what I will do is once we pop this cutlass, yeah, there's something small. Maybe it's actually an M50 snub fighter. I will take this thing back to PO, Port Olisar, repair it. So we have a fair test when we do the power triangle encounter and how using the power triangle can help us. What is that? What is that that's shooting at us? Can anyone tell? Doesn't look like a snub fighter, actually. Is it a Gladius? Maybe it is. I'm just not seeing it. Not having the targeting reticule is actually really difficult to fight in. So we're going to get really aggressive and go right up to this Cutlass, which we'll need boost for. And our boost is rapidly depleting. We've nearly got that shield down because it's flashing red. I'm using boost to bring the nose up quicker. I'm trying to pitch up and down rather than yaw left to right. So we might have something here. They've got distortion cannons on the turret, do they? Because they're shooting at us while we're behind them. Let those weapons recharge a little bit. Put some more rounds in. Come on. Let those weapons recharge. Oh, I didn't really let them there. I'm getting too greedy. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. I won't let them go fully because I want to capitalize in this fight. Our shields are down on our ship. So we need to bug out. We've taken damage. Just shows you like how deadly the targeting bug is, because I just can't tell. You know, I was hearing who was near me, but I wasn't seeing it because we were too busy trying to focus on getting this bounty down to claim the money. Really difficult, really difficult. But I'm not cutting this out. I'm going to show you this entire fight because I think we don't want to gloss over the issues that are in the game at the minute, because I often find that when you come across bugs like this, it could piss you off to no extent, and you're thinking, why is it just me that always like encounters these problems? And I'm here to tell you, I encountered them too, my friends. I encountered them too. And I'm doing this as well because, you know, you may really need this money, and you want this payout. Now, efficiently, in terms of efficiencies, you would just abandon this mission. It's not worth the time that I'm spending trying to kill this bloody Cutlass. And we're getting shot left, right, and center. Shield at 20%. Oh, it's actually really stressful. Really stressful. Really, really stressful. And it's putting the 325A in a bad light. This ship is not a bad ship. But if I can't see where I need to get my crosshair on, I'm not a good enough pilot to do it by eye, clearly. And we could actually die in this fight, because we've also got a Gladius swimming around us. I'm pretty sure it is a Gladius. We're not using the power triangle, so I'm waiting longer for things to recharge and reload. I'm waiting longer for the shields. The AI seems to love jousting these days. I've seen Cutlasses tended to joust quite a bit as well, but Valkyries jousting more, being more aggressive. Cutlasses tend to just try and stay on your nose, but they're doing lots of interesting maneuvers. And again, not complaining that the engagement is more difficult, but I've got a bug here, and I'm not even going to give it the luxury joke of calling it a feature. A very frustrating bug that makes it very difficult to play at the minute, and to try and even demonstrate this example to you. But I think it is, because I'm not using any power triangle. This is the sort of experience if we were playing, you know, with no power triangle management. I'm actually going to switch power to weapons, right? I've used a shortcut for that. That's F5 on your keyboard. And I'm doing that just so I can really now start putting rounds into this guy. I'm doing this earlier than I said I would, but this Cutlass is pissing me off to no end. I'm going to break away and try and take on whatever this is. So this is a green... Wow, green Mustang. I haven't seen that before. So let's see if we can get rid of this Mustang. And take it out. And then we can focus on the Cutlass without having it nipping at us. Power up to engines, which is F6. I'm just doing a few rolls and stuff. See, I can't even see where the... I'm just trying to look at the engine trails for the Mustang, which is here. And it is a very quick ship. It's going to be very difficult to free fire this thing. Why is every video I try and make for you guys balls up because of bugs? And I'm stubborn. I'm too stubborn to just leave power back to weapons by hitting F5 on your keyboard. I'm too stubborn to like just leave. I'm far too stubborn to leave. These two ships have pissed me off, and now must must have my vengeance. And you've damaged our beautiful ship. You absolute a-holes. I don't know how I'm going to take out this. I want to try and force it to slow down by slowing down myself. But I know you need to get a good few rounds into this thing. And my shields are down. I think we're going to have to bug out. The Mustang keeps zipping around the Cutlass, stopping me from... Ooh, breathe in, BRU. Breathe in. Be calm. Be calm. At least we get to see some cool 325A damage detail. Oh. Hang on. So that's awesome. But yeah, if I can't get a target lock on the Mustang, there's just no point. And eventually we're going to get shield penetration and we're going to be popped and we're going to die. If I can force it to slow down, I can get some good shots on it, but I'm just no good. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to take it out in this way. I think its shields might be down. Can we get... I don't know if I'm just skimming it or grazing it. I have no clue because I can't bring it up with my MFDs. Oh, I need boost back. Which is F6 on your keyboard. We're going to talk about that. Oh, come on. The satisfaction is about to be insane. Power back to weapons. Which is F5 on your keyboard. Come on. No, 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 no. Can't let him get away. No, we nearly have it. Look at this thing maneuvering. What I wouldn't give for some gimbals is just to pop this thing in seconds. Well, you wouldn't be able to use that either because the targeting lock would prevent you from locking on with gimbals as well. We have it in the turn. Come on. Put it into one of its wings. I don't care about my shields. This thing needs to die. Come on, weapons, weapons, weapons. Come on. Oh, damn it. Power back to shields. I said I didn't care. Come on. Come on. Oh. I'm such a terrible shot. Oh my god. Where did it go? Just span away. There it is, over to our port side. Okay, I think it's lost all engine control. And now we have the pleasure of hopefully just... Oh, this happened the other day and I couldn't even shoot a spinning target. It's got its shields back up again. Are you kidding me? Die. 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 I hate you. Oh, the stress and anxiety is real. The stress and anxiety is real. Okay, so let's just talk about what I was doing. I wanted to show you in another fight, but I simply couldn't complete that fight without using the power triangle. So on your keyboard, you'll have 4 keys. You'll have F8, which returns your power triangle if you hold it in, or tap it actually, I think. Let me see. Yeah, tap F8, and it will reset your power triangle. Okay? If you hold F5, it puts full power to weapons. Okay, so F8 again to reset. Tapping F8. If you tap F5, it has sort of an even distribution. And the jury is out a little bit on that as to what you should do. Should you try a spread or not like that? I just want full power weapons when I need it to boost up the recharge speed. And then I will put power either back to an even spread or back to something else. F6 is your engines. And if you tap it, you get an even spread. Because in a fight, you've seen the sort of things we have to do there. There's no way you're going to have time to do this motion. Hold an F on your keyboard, look down here, and then move this like this when you're trying to spin and fight and shoot. It's just not going to happen. So the short keys definitely are something you're going to use. Now the problem is, oh, and the final one, sorry, F7 is, of course, shields. And you can tap it and move it up. Now the problem is that when you're fighting, if you're using a mouse and keyboard like myself, and you're using Q and E to roll, you might be using cruise control or W to move forward, A to strafe left, D to strafe right, S to thrust back, spacebar to thrust up, control to thrust down, is that your hand has to move all the way over with your thumb maybe to try and do those power to, so when you're trying to keep moving forward and then hold down maybe with a forefinger or something F5, and then F6 and F5 and F6, and go all the way over to F8. Try doing that by keeping your index finger on W and then bringing your thumb around to tap F5, F6. Now, you could just keep cruise control on like this. That also works. And I flew like that for a long time with the power triangle, but it's nowhere near as efficient as if you do happen to. Now, you can do it that way because you may not have this, but if you do have like a gaming mouse or something that has programmable buttons that you can operate with your right thumb or your left, depending upon, you know, whatever type of mouse you have, that's going to be better, because then you're just switching your thumb across 4 numbers, right? So again, looking at your keyboard, if you imagine that your index finger is on the W to keep moving forward, and the fingers either side of your index finger are Q to roll, E to roll right, Q to roll left, then really what has to happen is your thumb has to reach around and grab that F5 key, F8 key, and overextend into the, if you've got small hands, I don't have particularly big hands, so over to F8. So yeah, it's doable to move the power triangle when you're in a fight and rolling and things like that. But I recommend remapping it to some sort of hotkey if you have the technology for that, if you've got the tech. If you don't, you can still use away at it. So why is it important then to change it during a fight? So here's some techniques. When we are in a small fighter like this, we're using boost a lot to maneuver our ship. An absolute lot. So what I'll do is, when I've got a full clip in my gun, so at the minute it's 30, I've got F6 held down. So that's power to engines. I'll then drop a load of rounds, burst fire, into the enemy. I'll keep on bursting it until it's nearly done, and then I'll hold F5 for weapons. And that just recharges them. Then when they're recharged, back to F6 for boost. Because you do get a few extra rounds if you were to keep powered weapons for the whole time, but you are going to need your boost. You can see it going down the left-hand side. I'm using boost to bring the nose around, to zip the ship around. Like, how maneuverable is this Cutlass Black? Bloody hell. And you see the way F5 to get those weapons recharging super quickly. So we'll put a load of rounds into this Cutlass, if I can get it. So load of rounds, and then we'll count how long it takes. So power to weapons, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 seconds, compared to the 5 or 6 it was taking a minute ago. And now we can rinse and repeat. Power back to engines, dump a clip in. Our shields are fine, so I haven't talked about our shields yet, because they're okay. Now let's just take advantage. Let's try and force this Cutlass to slow down. The Cutlass is jousting so much. It is crazy how much it's jousting. So I'm just slowing my speed down. Power back to weapons, holding F5. Now wait for them to recharge if you can. Our engines are down. So power to shields. His disruptors have taken out my maneuvering jets. We could be in real trouble here. We could be in massive trouble here. I'm going to try and turn engines on and off again. Drop the power to weapons. But I think he might have blown up our maneuvering jets or disabled them with those distortion rounds. And if so, that is good night Vienna for us. Unfortunately. And I am enraged, because this Cutlass would not have stood a chance if I could have got my feckin' targeting reticle up. Let's just check in here. See what damage we've got on any of those maneuvering thrusters. They seem fine, so I don't know why. I think it is because we've been hit. And he's probably going to like fully disable our ship. Oh no. Have you seen where I've gone wrong? I'm out of fuel. Oh my goodness. Alright, time to abandon ship. Yeah, we're going to abandon the ship here. So let's open the door and see if we can get out of this spinning ship without it being a disaster. Ready? Go! I don't know if he'll target us in space. And does anyone know if you can hijack another ship? We don't have a weapon on us. So this video was really turned into something else this evening. Oh, why can't I just do a nice tutorial tips video about power triangles? Why does it have to turn into shit because of bugs? I hate you sometimes, game. You challenge me, I love you, and I hate you. It's a love-hate relationship, it really is. It's pretty cool, kind of like the view that we're getting, though, isn't it? Hello? Stop shooting my ship, please. I wonder, can we get in? Can we try and, like... It's no wave, unless it stays still. There's no way. Oh my god. It's running away for some reason. The distortion cannons... I don't know if the distortion cannons actually do hull damage. I think if that's all it's going to shoot at me, we're in a bit of a stalemate. But yeah, we're out of fuel. So this is where the new fueling mechanic would have been pretty cool. Oh, our ship is actually in a slow roll. I think that's why we're finding it difficult to get inside. Oh my god. Let me inside my ship. I'm gonna go down with my ship. Oh. I don't even know what to do with this video anymore. I don't even know... Right. This isn't going to be the power triangle video. Oh, maybe it is. Like, I think I demonstrated a little bit. I think I demonstrated a little bit about, you know, what I was trying to demonstrate there. You saw the, the speed at which the weapons recharge, right? I'm hoping I demonstrated that. And it's the same with the boost. And that technique of powered weapons to recharge. Reload your laser clips. Again, with ballistics, it doesn't make any difference because they just have ammunition. And then once you start unloading the clip, you're more than likely going to need boost. But put it into boost or put it into shields, right? Whatever you need. And then unload that weapons clip. Keep an eye on it. And just before it runs out, power back to weapons. Wait a few seconds. Let it fully reload as much as possible, depending on the situation. Maybe you desperately need to get around in to stop the enemy shields from recharging. And after that... once the weapons have recharged, power back to whatever the other system is that you need. Boost or shield. And that's the way I recommend doing it. And that's how we've got ourselves out of some really, you know, pesky scrapes in the videos we've made to date. But there's one enemy combatant that is a end-level terror boss in this game. It is the Titan boss of Star Citizen. And do you know what that end-level boss is? It's me. It's BRU KREW. And my bloody stupidity at not checking my hydrogen fuel. I let the rage consume me. I let the features consume me this evening. So, I don't know if this has been helpful. It's a crock of shit. But, we'll look at the power triangle again. I really wanted to just have a basic video talking through it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If not for the information, if for the pure spectacle... I'm going to be here for the next 32 years as this cutlass just continues to distort my ship and not actually blow it up. And I'm going to float back to PO. And, you know, I think that will take probably about 20 years. So thank you very much for watching. We now have a growing community. So if you've watched this video and you like a different take on Star Citizen... maybe not the most professional one, then please like the video, comment as well if you would like to give me some feedback or some ideas or some things I could have done better. And subscribe if you want to join the BRU KREW, which is what we're calling ourselves now. And copyright of that absolutely goes to Nightshade, who came up with the name. Cheers for that, Nightshade, and we did that on a previous stream. We're also starting to stream every Saturday, where we can really get together and just explore the... Hey, where's my... There we go. Oh, whoops. There we go. I was trying to find my 325A. So yes, like, subscribe, comment. If you don't want to do any of those things, that's absolutely fine. You know, you don't have to. But if you've got this far in the video, you've stuck to the end, I appreciate it. So, yeah, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh, watch this space for the perhaps more professional power triangle video. You have an awesome week when you get to it. My name is BRU KREW. You can call me Brew. And thank you for watching. See you again, guys. Bye for now. Okay, which way is Port Olisar? This general direction. Tally ho! Am I even moving? I'm moving very slowly. Next video out in 2023, guys. By then I'll be home. See you later. Have a good one. Jesus. Oh my god. Maybe I can practice my singing. Just stop. There's no one else here. Stop moving. No, 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 no. 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 Come back. Please. Please. Well, balls.